Hello, everybody. Today I'm here with the next set levels for Dr. Mario World. And I just woke up, so I might sound a bit groggy or out of it when explaining some of these things, but basically last night I didn't have any classes early this morning, so I decided last night I would try to stay up and beat the levels, but since I only had 5 lives to work with, I was not able to beat them all. I got all the way to the timed levels and I thought that they were a given, but then when I actually played them I had trouble, which is something I haven't had a problem with for a few worlds now. At least like 3 worlds I've just beaten them without any thought, but I had to go back into my pausing strategy for 2 of the levels here, and I thought they were legitimately difficult. So let me know in the comments if you also thought the time stages were difficult, or if I was just having trouble for no reason. Like I beat both of them finally, and then I still needed 3 stars on both of them. So early this morning I woke up and beat them, and I've let my lives recharge. So after I'm done recording this video, I'm gonna go and record the next one. But I don't even remember all the levels. I remember one of the levels from last night because I spent a lot of time on it. It was pretty tough, but I beat the first 3 in succession, and then the 4th one I had to replay once, and then the 5th one I had to replay a bunch of times as well. So we're going to put in our point boosting assistance like we always do, and then we're going to be playing the first one, which is clearly so far the easiest one of the set of levels today. And obviously I didn't mention it, but I tried to unlock a new doctor at the beginning. I'll probably do a few openings every episode in hopes of getting Boo or Lemmy. But enough said, let's start playing the actual levels. Now here it didn't even give me any reds for the first little bit. I decided to go down and hit these viruses, which I think is actually a pretty good idea. And now you would want to go for the bombs. Now, I don't know if the best idea is hit all the bombs right away, but that's what I ended up doing. I mean, it does hit a lot of stuff, and you're not going to have problems beating this level, so it really doesn't matter in the long run. The level's pretty easy. You don't have to clear all the crates or anything, you're just hitting all the viruses. And if you want to bring in someone like Dr. 8-Bit Mario, he'd clear these viruses even easier for you. So keep him in mind if you're having trouble, but like I said, you should not have trouble. It's a pretty straightforward stage here. And there are definitely some strategies you can do, and there is some luck in the way that they line up. And the crates can definitely get in your way sometimes. You know, especially the ones up above. But if there are crates in your way, don't really hesitate to clear some out. You know, you're going to have plenty of capsules. And if it would be easier to just clear them out, then just clear them out. But yeah, I just have a few more here. Finally, we've cleared it with plenty of capsules remaining and everything, like I said. And we had plenty of points, obviously. So, again, I didn't think that one was too bad. And the next one I thought was pretty easy as well, although it definitely is worse than that one. And the biggest part of this one is that you're going to be having to hit the blocks quite a bit to get some coins if you don't bring in someone like Wendy. Who I still wouldn't really suggest bringing in. But at the beginning, most of those electric bombs, if not all of them, will be gone. And what I decided to do is to go for these viruses from the top, because I think that's the easiest way to do it, and then everything lines up a lot more nicely. And then you're going to want to get to those blocks as soon as you can by destroying the crates around them. You don't have to destroy all the crates around them as long as you can get to them at some point. And I think I definitely destroyed that blue one the wrong way. Oh, I told you I'm tired. And now I've lost my train of thought. But basically these colored crates on the side are definitely going to need to go so you can get to that block on the very left as well as the very right. And I've yet to go for it. I kind of have this green one in the way. Okay, well I just destroy those for like absolutely no reason, but whatever. I really don't understand myself sometimes. But now I make an actual smart decision here and hit this block as well as hitting the one on the side. As soon as I get some blues, I guess. There we go. And now everything starts to fall and I can hit these a little bit easier. I do the same for the red on this side. And the nice thing about this is that I don't have to hit all those blue crates at the bottom, as well as those green crates. I have access to these blocks, so all those are kind of pointless in clearing. But there are some blocks at the bottom as well that you shouldn't neglect. You'll have to clear out some of the green crates at the very bottom, or some of the blue crates, whichever one you want, and then you can get to the final two blocks a lot easier. You do need to hit all the viruses as well, so don't forget about those. If they're near any blocks, you know, they're just helping you out. Like here, I lined them up so I can hit both these at the same time. And we are getting pretty close on capsules actually. But I make the right move here. Having just enough capsules to get Wario's skill once again. And then we just need to hit this one more time. We already have all the points we need. And luckily we have some reds to work with. If I didn't have reds, since that one was already placed, I probably would have been pretty much screwed. But yeah, again, I didn't think that was too bad. I did cut it close. I could definitely see someone having to retry that one. But once you figure out the gimmick, I think you should be fine. This one is kind of annoying as well. There are just a lot of barrels in the way. I can feel a yawn coming on again. I really don't want to yawn again. Basically, I just pick the side and try to get through it. And if you do this, it will unlock everything for you. As you can see, there's a bomb and a cannon here. You hit that, a shell is triggered, and it hits the key in the middle. But it does only hit one of the keys, so you do have to try and hit the other one. For me, the blue was in the middle, and I don't know if that was lucky or if it'll always be like that. I kind of assume I just got lucky with that. But it made it a lot easier to keep going through the stage at that point. And now it's literally just a game of clearing all the viruses. And there are some barrels that are in your way as well. But I believe every key, right underneath it is a door. So as long as you hit the door, the key and the door both disappear right away. So you don't have to worry about things getting in the middle of them or anything, or letting them fall. I believe they will clear as soon as you hit all the barrels. But a lot of the end game on this one is going to be going back and hitting all the barrels. And the ones in like the corners especially are going to have to get some work done. If you have Lemmy, the stage will be a lot quicker because the entire gimmick is the barrels, so I would definitely suggest bringing in Lemmy. But yeah, there are some viruses near some of the barrels that will help you out. You do need to clear as well, but for the most part you're just working on the barrels. And there are some awkward placements. But right there I went and hit that bomb so I can hit everything up there real quick. You know, I'd have to hit that bomb eventually, so I might as well let it hit the cannon as well. And then I do have some barrels towards the bottom that I need to hit. Obviously I can stack up to hit the key and the door at the same time. And there is an awkward placement here that I think I build up to after a little bit. I think that might be one of the last things I do. But here I go for this red on this side. And for some reason I was thinking that that key was going to fall down to the next door, even though that's not the case. So I tried to get a blue setup ready to go, even that didn't even matter. And at this point now, I want to build up from this key to get to the key up to the very top. So we're going to do that here. This double green is kind of messing with me. I almost kind of messed it up there. But now we have all of that. Now we just line up these blues, I think. I get confused for a second, but then realize I've seen the blues at the bottom. and then that's the final door. So I actually kind of thought that one was fun. Again, the beginning is kind of awkward, especially if you're not able to get both the locks right away. But other than that, it was pretty good. Now this one's actually kind of tough. And I did the same thing multiple times, and eventually it just worked. So I think there is a good amount of luck involved. But obviously there's skill too. And in my experience, you won't have to hit the fans like at all. Maybe once you'll accidentally hit one, but most of the time the floating viruses aren't even near the fans. And if they are, a lot of times I don't even end up freezing anything if you wait for them towards the end. So as you can see here, I've already cleared out a lot, and all the greens lined up very nicely, and they do so again. There's a huge row of coins in the middle that I still need to clear, but that will be very easy to do so, especially with that red one lined up there. So yeah, if I bring this red one down to hit that, I think that's what I do. You only hit one. Oh, never mind, I was wrong. But if you were to do that, you'd only hit one fan with that, and it wouldn't even. You'll never hit that fan up top ever again. So it's kind of the nice thing is that, you know, these fans might be a little intimidating or something, but you're probably not even going to hit them all that often. Like there, I did hit it once. And don't really hesitate to hit it once if you need to. But you probably won't end up hitting it a lot, I guess is what I'm getting at. And like here, if I build up to that blue one, I'm not going to hit a fan that way either. You know, I mean, I do hit a fan, but it's the only one left. And then when you hit a floating virus near a fan, it's the only one left, it will not freeze it. So it's kind of free at this point. Now, you do cut it close on points, so make sure to have plenty of capsules remaining and everything to get enough points. But it looks like 11 is a pretty good cutoff. I think even like 9 or 8 would be enough. So just keep that in mind. There's definitely luck involved in the placement, or the moving of the floating viruses, I suppose. But this one is really tough, and this round I get like a really good score, and every other round I just did so bad. I guess I get 3 extra caps as well, but I'm fairly certain they don't come into play at all. I guess I'll remind you at the end if those extra capsules did anything or not. But at the beginning I started off getting all of these extra capsules because I think that would be the most sound strategy. Even though a lot of viruses start to fall near the bubblers, which is definitely a problem. And I think Larry is without a doubt the best character to bring in because you need to clear all these colored crates. And not only are they in the way of getting a lot of these viruses cleared, but you know, they're a mandatory thing to clear, and they're... Well, wow. My nephew is being very annoying. They're a necessary thing to clear, and they're very annoying to do so. So if you bring in a character that can just manually do it for you, it makes it a lot easier. But a lot of the bottom is going to be what you're going to want to go for because there are no bubblers near it, as well as I guess the very top. And after this round I was going to try and bring in Dry Bowser, but because I think he'd be pretty good as well. There are a lot of rows that are all lined up next to each other that would be very nice to clear all at once. So if I got like Dry Bowser at the very bottom 2 rows, I think that would make the level a lot easier. I don't know how useful he would be, I guess. But the thing about this stage that I'm not so sure about is there are some extra capsules that spawn in every once in a while. And I often debated, you know, should I go for this? And most of the time I don't. This red one I think I do go for because there's no penalty really because there are no bubblers around it. And if that happens, you know, obviously go for it. But sometimes they go near bubbler that's already activated. And it's just like, okay, if you're getting 5 capsules for it, you know, it's probably worth it. But if you're only getting 1 capsule, do not go for it, you know. Just keep those priorities in mind, I suppose. But now, at this point, it kind of seems like there's a lot left and that I don't have a lot of capsules remaining. But luckily I get Larry's skill one last time, which kind of just makes everything possible for me now. I can get these 2 reds, which will allow me to start hitting some bubblers without triggering anything else, because once everything is bubbled, it won't trigger anything. Which also was amazing that I was able to unlock the extra capsules there with all 5 given to me. It was very lucky because I did not realize it was red and the placement of it, and also that everything was already bubbled, so hitting it was not a penalty in any way. And also these greens are lined up very nicely to do that. Everything is still bubbled. Again, at this point when everything is bubbled, go for one thing at a time, because if you start hitting multiple ones that are bubbled, then they will bubble each other. I'm getting sick of the word bubble, but basically here I kind of wasted a capsule there. But yeah, I think even with 6 capsules left, because obviously remember I got 3 extra capsules for having a tough stage or whatever. With 6 capsules left, I think I would have got 3 stars still. So the extra capsules did not help me out in any way. Even though I got them for that round, it did not affect my result. So here's the first time stage. After this, I actually accidentally played the next regular level and actually almost beat it doing the time trial strategies, because I did not realize it wasn't time trial until the very end when I ran out of capsules. But then I came back into this one and beat it on my first try without the pausing strategy. I think this one is fairly easy because, of course, everything is pink. So you always know what you're going to be getting. You don't have to hesitate and look at what colors you're getting. You're just throwing things down. Now obviously the rainbow capsules mess things up sometimes, but a lot of the strategy is just clearing out a lot of barrels, and then there are some nicely placed electric bombs as well. And remember, you don't have to clear out all the crates, so once you get to the bottom, you're just hitting all these final pink ones as quickly as you can. And I think that one is pretty easy. Whenever it's a single color, it's usually pretty easy. But the next 2 are the ones that I had a lot of trouble on. And I'm definitely going to talk about some of my strategies with it. As well as commentating over the fact that I'm pausing, which I'm not even sure if I've done before. It's been that long since I've done the pausing strategy. It's very awkward to watch on screen, but I think it's almost necessary. At least it was necessary for me to do. Obviously you can beat these without that pausing strategy, but I was having such a hard time, man. So right away you're going for all the coins at the top. And this level kind of works in the way that as you go, more coins are unlocked. So you're just hitting the coins in succession, and you don't have to clear out all the viruses. So it's only the coins that you're going for. If there are viruses that are just up and out of the way, not near any barrels or bombs or anything, do not even waste your time or capsules with them. Another strategy that I tried to do was hitting all the barrels at once, because you're going to want to try and go for the bombs that are within all the barrels. And if you're just able to unlock everything, or if you're able to break open all of the barrels, then you can get to it a lot easier. So here I line up some blues on top and then some pinks as well. And now that bomb is open to me. And I don't even remember exactly what I do. But now that all the bombs in this row are open, I can just start hitting them. And once I hit all the coins on this row, going for this final blue one at the bottom here. Now everything in the next row is open. So I go ahead and hit all the bombs again. You know, I don't think I actually placed that many on top of the barrels this time. I think I just simply go for the bombs. Again, because you don't need to hit all the viruses, and some of the barrels are just covered with viruses. But here I just need to get this blue one and then the other blue one as well. And that will clear that, even though I think I end up just going for the virus instead. Yeah. And then there's this final coin here that I need to hit before I can get to the bottom row. Now, this is the best I'd ever done, so I want to try and take my time a little bit by pausing and thinking it over. And this final part here, you're going down and hitting all the coins out of the barrels, and then you either do that first or second, but then you obviously hit all the viruses, and they'll hit all the coins at least once. Or I mean, not at least once, exactly once. So once you do that, obviously you'll have some coins left if you left them. But here's a strategy that is absolutely necessary. I forgot I even did this. You're probably going to need a lot of points, and the timer is not actually going to be enough for you. Go ahead and clear out some viruses when you're at the end of the stage. When you know what's left, and wait, what else you need to do, the viruses left on stage will give you a lot of points, and if you clear basically all of them, you will get all the points you need. So as you can see, I cleared out all of them but one, and that gave me all the points I need. So the 2 seconds I had remaining did not matter. If I'd cleared it with those 10 seconds that I had left on the clock, I would not have gotten 3 stars. It just wouldn't have happened. So in my experience, you need to go and clear some of those viruses to get the points. So don't worry about getting a good time. Worry about getting all the points you need before finishing the stage. So for this one, the electro boxes are very annoying, especially because everything's kind of lined up nicely so that you know, you don't have to place extra single capsules. But anyways, everything is lined up at the top for these cannons to go off. Keep in mind as you go that all the color crates need to be gone and all the viruses need to be gone. So basically the stage needs to be completely cleared of everything. You know, the shells aren't necessary, but the shells are going to help you out a lot. And I would definitely recommend going for the shells if you can. But also I would recommend as soon as you can to hit all of the electric boxes, because they're just getting in your way. They're not necessary to clear the stage, but they're always going to be in your way. And if you clear them all out, it's just one less thing to worry about. So I'm kind of just working my way down while making sure not to forget any colored crates as I go. That was probably a bad move on my end. I probably should have went for that pink colored crate with it. But I went back for it real quick there, just so that I can have it out of the way. And then I just have these two, or I have a few of these electric boxes left. And I will eventually go for that shell, I think. I cleared out all the shells, just because they're kind of in the way as well. Even if they're not going to hit that many things, they're still just kind of in the way. So I'm thinking over what I should do. I have some colored crates, obviously, I want to get rid of. And then this green shell I want to go for, so I can start working on the final two pink shells. Now the way that they're lined up is very nice, because you can just get 3 pink capsules and they will clear out all of the viruses there. I don't know why I didn't do it right away. But I also bring down some greens over to the side. And then finally go for those. And they clear out all the I guess not all of them. They clear out a lot of the colored crates for you. And then there are some viruses left over. But you can see I have a really good amount of time left over at this point. Sorry, the phone is ringing in the background. And no one's going to answer it, obviously, so it's going to ring through the rest of this level here. But at this point now, you're just going to try and hit all the colored crates, and then if any of them are near a virus, you know, hit the virus to do it there. And then all the greens are lined up nicely as well to do it that way. So I think I was just like worried about my points. But I made sure to get a Wario skill one last time before finishing it, which basically solidified the fact that I was going to get 3 stars. I'm not sure if I would have had enough points before activating Wario skill, but doing so was definitely the right decision. Either way. So yeah, that was that set of levels. That was very tough. And again, I'm very tired. But I'm going to go through and do the next set of levels right after this. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with those other levels. Goodbye.